Hey there folks, the trail never ends. You're looking at Pinto Mine, or at least the backside of Pinto Mine. This is the first video I've shot in months, simply because it's been too hot down in the low deserts. I mean, you've all seen the news. Super warm summer. Still supposed to be 107 today, but I decided I had to get out, get up to some higher elevations. I stopped to check out this little weather station here. I don't think this was here the last time I was here, but I'm just west of Miami, Arizona. We're going to do a trail that on maps is marked Pinto to Pinal, and right up there, you can't see all of it, but that's Pinal Mountain. I forget the max elevation it gets to, but it should be nice and cool up there. The only issue is I've tried to do this trail 3 or 4 times now, and due to the wildfires and the rainfall after the erosion, I'd wiped out lots of the trail, and I just couldn't get around it. But I noticed on Onyx Off-Road that they have this trail marked as open, so I'm hoping maybe the Forest Service or maybe some off-roaders came through and fixed the road up. But we're going to check it out and see what we can do. So here's why I said this trail is slowly fading away. This section is Forest Service 349, and as you can see, it follows a creek bed, and we got a mine there. And after the fire burnt, was the first time I'd come up here. I believe it was a telegraph fire that went across Pinal Mountain. And then right after that, we got some rains. And anytime a fire burns like that and it rains, and the vegetation is gone and it causes flood issues. This is Pinto Creek that we're driving through here, and we'll go through it for a little ways before we climb out of it. But the first time I'd come up here, it had rained, and it had really done a number on this. I mean, there's a lot of water that has been coming down through here, and I'll show you a piece of evidence of that. You see this metal here wrapped around a tree. I don't even know what that is. But yeah, this is an area, like all washes in Arizona, or the desert in general, you want to avoid them during rain, and this is an area that you absolutely want to stay out of if there's rain in the forecast, because it drains Pinal Mountain and it builds up very quickly. To make matters worse, especially once you get on down here, the tree coverage is such, the canopy is tall enough that you can't actually see storms moving in. So there's another piece of metal. So the lost trail continues. Let's head on down. So I'm having high hopes that this forgotten trail, as I called it, maybe isn't forgotten anymore. As you can see, there's a sign there that's been put up in the last year or two, and you can see sections of the old road there. Now we're going down the creek bed, but that used to be the road, and it just got washed away. So A, there's been traffic on it, and B, there's been some maintenance, so fingers crossed I'll be able to run the whole trail this time. Oh, there's another hunk of metal. Let's go check that out. Well, I can't tell what that is, but looks like a container door, maybe like one of those cargo containers like you see on ships. But you can see that it's been folded around this tree, so that gives you some idea of how much force the water comes down this little creek with. And there's more stuff down here. Well, here's something cool. Kind of a creepy thing you find in the forest, or the desert in this case. It's a drain pipe, obviously. The question is, what does it go to? The road we came in on may be up there, but I'm pretty sure it's a ridge or two over. But even then, that's a lot of drilling and whatnot to put a drain pipe in. So maybe the explanation most likely is right here. There's a post there. That almost looks like a gate post, but if that was a gate at one point, you can see how far up it is now. I mean, that gives you an idea of the erosion here. But this is maybe why that little drain pipe sticking out of the ground. It's another mine in the edge of this Pinto Creek. And you've got the bat bars and this sign explaining why the bat bars are there. So we're going to head on that way. Well, that's kind of interesting. I just found this in the creek bed. Unfortunately, there's no gold bars in it. A magnet right there. Pretty cool. Okay, so now we're at the point where we will turn up to the west out of Pinto Creek Wash. I actually went on, this trail continues, but as far as I can tell, it eventually runs into private property, so I didn't go too far down there. But we're gonna go that way. We came from that way, even though I'm pointing the wrong direction. As I said, I went down the trail a little bit. Right, so here we are. We're a few miles from where we turned up out of Pinto Creek, and as I guessed from the work that the other sections of the trail had received, someone has fixed this part of the trail. If you look at the bank here, imagine drawing a straight line on a cross. That's what that was the last time I came here. It was a steep climb, kind of at an angle here, to get up into the old road. The climb itself wasn't anything that couldn't be done, but it was an off-cambered type of deal that would have flipped me on my top. And that's where I turned around. So everything beyond here is new to me. I'm pretty excited to see what's up here. So hopefully we're going to make it to the top of Pinal Mountain today. So thank you. I don't know if it was the Forest Service or just individuals that did this. Judging from the signage, it probably was the Forest Service or maybe a combination of both. But it appears the Pinto to Pinal trail has been reopened. Let's head on. So here we are, 7,670 feet approximately, the top of Pinal Peak. So it would seem the lost trail isn't lost after all. This is the first time I've made it up here. As you would expect, the views are pretty spectacular. And it's literally like 71 degrees up here. It's 107 down in the valley, or thereabouts. 71 degrees here. It's almost chilly. I see you and you see me. I've not gotten a good view in this direction yet. Maybe something else over here. You know, let's go around over here and see what we can see. We see running for probably to keep equipment cool, even though it's not terribly hot up here. So there's a little bit of view. That's probably globe, if you can see it there. People in the distance. Understandably, there are several people up here. I'm sure this is a very popular place. So if I get a better view to the south, I'll get that for you. But all in all, I gotta say it's well worth the trip up here. Along my way back on the Lost Trail, I spotted this old corral. I love to find these old corrals. You can see this one's occupied. They're just big goofy dogs is all they are. So no worries. It's alright, cows. It's alright, cows. Ain't gonna hurt you. Old windmill. Been a pretty good ride today. Couple of deer over there.